Hey everybody, John here with WikiGameGuides with special G.I. Joe.
Explicit D!
Long time no voiceover for one of these things.
Yep.
Actually, no, you did a bunch of Mortal Kombat stuff for the stream. That was pretty fun. Anyway, so this is gameplay of Toy Soldiers War Chest, which you got to go out to San Francisco to do a special preview event of.
Yep, for Ubisoft. Flew out to San Francisco and played this game on the PS4.
Mm-hmm.
And an early build, as you can tell by the no-name level. But basically, we're playing as licensed toys in a tower defense game where you can jump into the turrets, or the towers, I guess, in a first-person view, or third-person. So, this game type is survival, and you've got 3 spawn points of G.I. Joes, and this is a great game mode to get like really high combos and unleash your specials.
Okay, so if you look at that bar on the left, you were telling me that when that little blue bar gets above the 3 little hash marks, you get to unlock the special abilities. And in a couple seconds here, we're going to unlock, what was it, Battle Cat?
Battle
Cat. Is that the first one? And
He-Man was the first one. So you become
He-Man.
He-Man.
Was the first one.
And then the second one is Battle Cat, and you're He-Man riding Battle Cat.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think I'll cut in some He-Man footage at the end. I do think that's in another clip that we can throw in there.
Cool.
But in just a second here, you're going to unlock the Battle Cat, and yeah, that's the second level one. Okay, that makes more sense now. So this is just the you versus the computer AI.
So you get like a special toy, and you can see that green bar on the bottom counting down.
The 125.
That's how long you get to be Battle Cat.
Uh-huh.
And then there's batteries scattered throughout the level that you could use to extend your time as that toy.
Oh, okay.
So this guy just tears enemies apart. Like the hardest part is like getting from enemy to enemy. Like once you start connecting on them, you just destroy
you just chain a whole bunch
all of them.
So now this is the multiplayer mode here, and you got to play. Who are you playing here? What was the name of the YouTube channel? Do you remember?
I don't remember his YouTube channel name. I'll have to look it up.
Okay. Well,
but basically, it's a offense versus defense back and forth, and so you start off. I'm starting off defending, so I'm building my towers. You know, I've got a certain amount of money.
And this is 1-on-1, and there's also a 2-on-2 mode available.
Which we didn't get to play.
Which you didn't get to play yet, but that will be available in the full version.
Yes.
Cool.
And
who are you playing as right now? What team is this?
Phantom.
Phantom. Okay.
And he's G.I. Joe.
Okay.
So right now he is the hero of his team. So he's running around in first-person view
as
causing
G.I. Joe.
extra damage.
Okay. And now why aren't you doing that?
I don't have the hero yet. I'm on defense. I'll get him in the next round.
It alternates back and forth. Got it.
But the trick is that while you're on offense, you can still build defense towers and use them offensively. Which is the reason for me ultimately losing this match.
Yeah, because you were saying that he ended up building a bunch of like mortars. So is that Star him running around? That starred character? Do you see the guy?
Yeah.
On the
No, those are just like, I think they're just like leader characters, but they're not him. He's not marked because he can kind of like hide behind stuff. But if you see like a guy rolling around, you're like, oh, that's him. The AI doesn't roll around like that.
Right. They don't use those moves.
Yeah.
So what did you think of this game overall? And tell me a little bit about the trip.
The game overall was honestly more fun than I was expecting. Not familiar with the franchise, but they said at the conference, or I guess not conference, but
the event,
the showing, the event. They said that the old Toy Soldiers game was one of the top 10 best-selling Xbox Live arcade games.
Oh wow!
So obviously, you know, it's a pretty good series. I just had never played it, but.
And we cut to the end of this multiplayer match here, and you were also saying before how multiplayer is where this game really became really fun for you.
And exciting because in most tower defense games, you know, it's more about figuring out how many units are going to go through which areas, and then like being the most efficient with your towers, and making sure if they're sending infantry, you have anti-infantry. But with another player, you've got more of a rock paper scissors scenario, because at the beginning of each offensive round, you can decide if you want to spend money on sending in like air, artillery, or troops.
Yeah, he's got tanks rolling through right now.
I kind of have to guess and then react on the fly. So you get like 4 or 5 back and forth rounds throughout a game, and it's like he's been spending money on anti-infantry this whole time. Like the last round, I'm just gonna blast him with jets.
Oh, and here you go. Here is your character, and you're fucking sniping out those turrets.
Yeah.
Or it's tanks, not turrets.
Yeah, so it's pretty fun to play as your character. It might not be the most effective. I mean, I only played one game
of multiplayer.
Yeah, I think it might be more effective to do kind of base management instead of in the action stuff.
And the turrets that you create, they just kind of autopilot as soon as you create them.
They will autopilot.
Okay.
But you can take control of any of them, and you can toggle between like in the action view and kind of up above view where you're picking your turrets. So you can see here, I'm just getting overcome. And I lost.
And you lost.
Wah, wah.
You lost it all there. Well, that's too bad. So tell me a little bit more about the event itself. Flying out to San Francisco. You can leave off all the insane travel difficulties you had.
Sure. So we flew in, and the night before the event, most of us met on the patio of our hotel.
And the other YouTubers
are
posting videos at the exact same moment that I am.
Yeah.
Thursday at 9 a.m. in the morning, West Coast time.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we all got a chance to meet each other and, kind of get the deal of what's going to go on the next day.
And it was some of the Ubisoft PR people too that were kind of talking about they were at this dinner.
So this wasn't a dinner. This was just like hanging, like a quick 30-minute meeting. Any questions that we have, any equipment that we might need, where it is, what we're doing. And then so the next day, so actually that night I grabbed some beers with some of the YouTube guys, which was fun. And then the next day we went to Ubisoft San Francisco, got a little tour of their offices.
I'm pretty jealous of that actually, because when I went down there for the Far Cry 4 event, they were like, no, you can't see any of these offices. Please stay in your, weird studio that you guys are recording in.
So the floor that was working on South Park, completely off limits.
Oh no! Oh god! What, cracked butthole? Is that the subtitle?
Fractured butthole.
Damn it!
Fractured butthole. Yeah. No, so we mainly saw marketing and HR offices.
Fun.
Yeah. So none of the good stuff.
Oh, that's too bad.
But yeah, we still weren't allowed to bring cameras or have or phones out during that part of the thing.
That makes sense.
And then they brought us in.
And their office is downtown. Or you said you didn't know, but they're just a couple blocks from the giant stadium, like downtown San Francisco.
Yeah, so we were staying by Chinatown, and it was probably a 20 or 30 minute walk.
Oh, okay.
So not
super close. Yeah.
No, but anyway, the next day so we were at the place, and then we go through like the back parking lots, and there's actually like several buildings of Ubisoft.
Oh.
So we went into one of the back offices, walked through their office. I don't know what they were working on, and then we went into this kind of like event area where they had, big projection screen where the creative director of the game kind of gave us an overview of what we'd be doing. And then we were all just let loose to our little stations where we could set up our capture equipment. They had the nice catered lunch for us, so we just kind of played, snacked a little bit. It was kind of crazy. All the internet for the whole Ubisoft went out while we were there.
A major company just said, nope, Comcast. Okay, so it's good to know that Comcast are, ISPs suck ass for even like major publicly traded companies as much as they suck ass for me in my own house.
Was only down for probably less than an hour.
Think about how much productivity is lost.
Oh, yeah.
Huge offices with hundreds of six-figure employees not being able to connect to the internet for an hour. That's huge.
It is.
Oh
so,
my God.
well, anyway, we didn't think we were going to get to play the multiplayer at all. But it did come back on at the end, and we did get one match in.
That's good.
And then afterwards, we all met with the PR, the Ubisoft PR team, and the YouTubers for a nice dinner.
So you had
downtown.
about 3 hours to play the game, if that?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
God, it's still crazy to me, the costs that they incur to fly you out there to play this game for 3 hours.
So I would say, yes, I agree. However, with this game, 3 hours is fine. Because it's kind of a downloadable game.
Yeah.
There's not that much crazy depth to it.
Yeah.
Like, if you were playing any of the other stuff, like Division, Rainbow Six, Assassin's Creed, or For Honor, you know, one of their AAA titles, you would want a lot more than 3 hours.
That's very true. No, but it was the same thing for Far Cry when I went out there.
Yeah, I'm just saying, for this particular game, I thought
3 hours.
it was good enough to get a pretty good impression and, you know, try a few game modes. So, yeah, it was great.
Yeah. Those fucking, like, events like that are fun as shit.
Yeah.
So, thank you to Ubisoft. Give some shout outs to the YouTubers that you were drinking with that night after the whole thing.
PS4 trophies. Blue Drake.
Blue
47, I'm gonna guess.
Blue Drake XXX, whatever the numbers were. Those are the ones you told me about.
Those are the two guys that I talked to the most, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're all good guys. It was a lot of fun.
That's one of the most fun parts about events like that, is talking to people who do the same nonsense that, well, you used to do for a living, and now I still do for, well, we'll call it a living. But, yeah, just kind of shooting the shit and, like, picking their brains and, like, talking about video games and stuff like that.
Well, I'm not so far out of it where it's like I feel like a fish out of water. I'm like, I know exactly all the bullshit you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, and what's hard about it and what's awesome about it. But yeah,
the career. Yeah.
We should have wrote everyone's name down, but you know, there's guys from like Kentucky, California, Oklahoma, like a good amount of Midwest people. One of the guys, his first time riding an airplane was to this event.
Oh my god.
So you get a good smattering.
That's fucking crazy. First time riding.
Oh yeah, also 8-Bit Homo. That's a hard to forget name.
That is a hard to forget. Get it? Hard to forget. Any final words you want to say about Toy Soldiers War Chests? Things you're looking forward to the most. I think the multiplayer was the highlight of the event for you.
I really am curious about the 2-on-2 multiplayer. Because if you could have... I don't know how they're going to do it. We didn't get to play it. But if you could have one guy kind of doing base management, and one guy like controlling stuff,
one guy
it would
on
be
offense,
a great little
one
combo.
guy on defense.
Yeah, it's like, okay, you watch this stuff, make sure we don't get overrun. I'm going to go be the superhero and snipe some of their key towers out.
Right. Yeah.
That would be fun. So I'm excited to see how that plays out.
Okay. Cool. Well, thanks for watching, and game on.
Game on.
Oh, be sure to subscribe for more Toy Soldiers updates if you haven't already. Because, well, fuck. We got a couple more videos coming. I don't know exactly what yet, but, yeah. Game on.
Game on. Again.
Again.